Hello. Well, have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly manage their finances while some struggle, yet they earn the same streams of income? Well, you're at luck. Today we are going to delve into the discussion where we shall be navigating the psychology of money, therefore discussing everything between first your attitudes, your beliefs, your emotions, your behaviors that that eventually determine your relationship with money. We shall navigate only 8 aspects of this phase. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the social spotlight. Ooh, let me even sip from my cup. Yummy. Well, on the social spotlight, we discuss everything finance, 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 finance. And guys, I am not a financial expert. I am here, I am a learner. I am a learner, much as you are there watching this with me. I am walking this journey, so together let's learn, together let's navigate. Some of you, of course, out there are experts, and it's like I mentioned, it's a learning curve, so we learn from each other and so that we're able to grow. Now, moving on to the first item of discussion today, our money mindset. Now this can be looked at into two ways. First, the aspect of abundance, and then the aspect of scarcity. When you speak of abundance, you've heard of things like manifestation. You've heard of people who think big, think in the long term. Now these are people who have over time mastered the aspect of abundance. These are people who have mastered that if I have a positive money mindset, it's going to help me navigate my goals as a person, It's going to help me dream big, first of all, because, if you're not dreaming big, then what are you doing with your life, And then on the other side, there's the scarcity mindset. This sometimes also stems from the reality of maybe your exposure as a person, your upbringing, because then it creates aspects of where you find that somebody is either scared of money, is scared of having certain conversations to a certain tune of money. They're like, that's not for me. Maybe that's for the V's. That's for all these other people. But hey, in the long run, the way you think about money, the way you associate with money greatly, greatly, greatly shapes your relationship with money. Secondly, emotional spending. As for this one, I've been a victim. Have you ever been there? And then before you know it, you are spending because of the way you're feeling. Could be you're stressed, and then you're like, okay, you go on a shopping spree, because it's what you're feeling that will bring you joy at that particular moment. Maybe have you ever been this? I know, men, this is really something that you do a lot. You're in a bar and then you're so excited. Perhaps you've been promoted, you got this good deal. A waiter, a drink for everybody on the house. Yo, Mr. Don, we see you. But that will affect your relationship with money, because you are spending because of the emotion that you are feeling in that particular moment, but not because of your plans that you should have had, that eventually shapes the way your finances will look in the long run. And then thirdly, delayed gratification. What do I mean by delayed gratification? There are instances, okay, let me give you an example. Every time, 2 years ago, every time I would earn money, I would award myself, I would be like, okay, I've worked so hard, I deserve maybe a good drink, or maybe I deserve a good dress, deserve a good treat. But then over time, I have also learned that if you delay gratification, first, you are managing your finances. It helps you plan, because then imagine you have a yearly plan, yes. In this yearly plan, it states that in April, you should have maybe purchased something. By January, you should have maybe started a business. You should have deposited on your first house. You should have deposited on your first car. You should have deposited on your rent. But no, you're not following your plan, or even you don't have one, because you have chosen to reward yourself. Instead of delaying that gratification, you spend on something that is most important and on your to-do list. Because if you do that, if you delay gratification, you are going to first look at the way your finances are going, and then you'll be able to allocate funds to the things there that will eventually grow you as a person. Fourth, financial goals, of course. Let me speak into my personal goals as a person. But then also this intertwines into the aspect of financial freedom. Yeah. For many of us, financial freedom is maybe waking up one day and you can travel to Ibiza, waking up one day and you're free to go wherever you want to go, waking up one day and you just want to live the princess life. But friends, my goals this year, my financial goals, first is to be debt free as a young person. Secondly, is to make sure that at least in every month after everything is done and done, I am able to save at least 3 million Ugandan shillings. For the past 4 months, okay, I haven't really achieved it, but there's still time within the year. Like I said, it's a goal. And thirdly, my financial goal is to ensure that at least I am saving a minimum of 1k USD per quarter. Yeah, per quarter, not me, right? But then also, the other day I was reading the book The Psychology of Money. In this book, I learned something very valuable that I want to start practicing eventually. Let me just read it, I think, the way it was, or try to remember the way it was. It read, financial freedom doesn't come from your knowledge of money, but rather from changing your relationship with money. To me, that is something that keeps ringing in my head. And then because you need to be able to control yourself and behave rationally, yeah, if you're going to be financially free. Friends, this is something that we need to practice. We need to practice over time, and like I mentioned, for me it has been running in my head over and over and over and over. So I really implore you all to rekindle this, try to read it, try to read that book so that we are moving on this journey together. Moving on to points of discussion. Understanding your relationship with money also comes with the aspect of social influences. This includes your family upbringing, peer pressure, societal norms. For many of us, we live in a country whereby for a 20-year-old like myself, yeah, there are things that people my age have achieved. I have friends who have achieved things better, which excites me as a person because then, I have people in my circle who are moving places. But for some people, this puts you on pressure. You want to be like, just because you see someone driving the latest Benz, you want to be like them. Just because you saw someone in the bar the other day splashing 2 million, you want to be like them. Oh, friend, you will lose your head, yeah? So if you learn to manage some of these aspects in your life, and then that implies that you're finally understanding your relationship that you have with your money. The other thing in this area of discussion is financial stress. Yeah. Now, for many of us, financial stress comes from first the incomes that we get, because if you live in Uganda, typically you know that the money we earn is not that much. There's all these bills that are always knocking on your door: rent, water, transport, food, and all the other utility bills. Is so draining, friends. It's so draining, and you realize that for many of the salary earners, they'll be immersed in debt, and by the time the finance guy decides to send that money on your account, you're deep in debt. But well, here's how you can manage financial stress. Yeah, first, budgeting. Secondly, seeking support. For many of us, we don't like to seek support, financial support, because you feel it's demeaning, or this how can I call it? For lack of a better word, you feel like you should own up to your things. But then sometimes it's very important to seek support. Practicing self-care. These days, the greatest thing that I've learned to spend my money on is my skincare routine. Why? Because I realized that it made me feel better about myself. And then you don't want to give your haters a reason to speak about you, right? So If there's that thing that gives you joy, it releases your stress, please, please allocate funds that will help you take care of yourself. If your self-care mode is, listening to good music, congratulations. If your self-care mode is going to a bar to just party, watch people getting nasty, go for it. Because in the end, it helps you think, realign your thoughts, and everything there in between. There's this saying that money brings happiness, and then we have also had people say that money can't buy happiness. That is a lie. It is a lie. It also depends on where you're coming from. My friends, money can buy happiness. Unless you're just looking from the point of scarcity. Yeah? But money indeed does buy happiness. Imagine me here, being here. And then I've always wanted to go to Ibiza. And then just when I'm here, I get a client, then my bank account, I get a notification. You have received 30,000 US dollars. Friends, do you know the kind of happiness that I'll have? Do you know the things that I'll go buying? Yeah? Do you know the things that I will do? Do you know that flat, that cadenza flat that I've been wanting to buy? Do you know the deposit I'll be making on it? Yeah, so it's very important that we go back, take time, have a self-evaluation, have a self-audit. And in the self-audit, first of all, have deep conversations with yourself. It's very easy to lie to ourselves, yeah? But have a conversation with yourself. Talk about, discuss with you, yeah? Have like a staff meeting, if you want to call it that. Have a board meeting with yourself. In this board meeting, you're discussing your relationship with money. You're discussing your mental health. You're discussing your health, your other physical body health. You're discussing the reality of your life. Generally, you're discussing all aspects of your life. Your relationships with friends, family, work, your colleagues, and your clients, and everything there in between. Because when you know yourself, it eventually helps you grow as a person, and then it will translate into your finances. So yeah, here we continuously learning. We are continuously learning, and in case you feel like there's something that we have not talked about in this particular episode, leave us a comment, share your thoughts, and together let's continue learning. If you love this content, because here it is for all those people that are finance lovers, finance learners. If you love our content, do follow this YouTube channel, and you can also subscribe. Subscribe and always get those notifications for our updates and every episode that comes up next. I'm also on other social media platforms. I'm on X at cat_Vivienne. You can also find me on Instagram at cat_Vivienne. And together, let's stay in touch. Cheers.